This is a video diary. I know that you guys, and this is a lot of uploads, but I really think that you need to know what I go through on a day to day basis and what my life consists of. So, since you don't really know who I am as a person, before all this got started, I was known as a peacemaker. People came over to my house when they had issues with other parties. They got advice, and then they came there to relax and get some feedback on direction that they needed to take in life. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm just saying that that was what people did. Knowing that you would have to strategize. If I'm a peacemaker, you'd have to strategize to keep conflict going. So a lot of times that consists of blatant lies. So I have two arguments going today, and what people typically do, because I'm known as a peacemaker, they blatantly lie and strategize arguments that I believe were prearranged before we had contact. For example, my son, he acted like he was cracking up. So I said, I love you and I miss you very much. And I said, please tell my daughter I can't talk to her. I said, please tell her I miss her too. He said, I love you and I will tell her that you miss her. Then he switched up and said that the YouTubers contacted him and tell her that I love her myself. Okay, switched up. But this has happened years. So then he says that I need to get mental health treatment. I had known all the everything that's going on. So I said that I'm getting mental health treatment. I want to talk to you. Since he was never going to talk to me to begin with, he needs another strategy. And these texts take an extensive amount of time. I believe these people are being coached. All one would have to do is law enforcement. So then he states that I'm posting videos of the conversation. He needs that as a strategy to not communicate with me. So I sent him a video, evidence that my phone is hacked and other crimes. He says, duh, now you want to talk OTP to record that and make up some more SHIT? And then the sadistic behavior, laugh out loud, I'm good. My son isn't like this. My kids are known to be respectful. So this psycho is, making others around me sociopaths and narcissists. He says we can just text and keep in touch. Doesn't seem you are willing to stop doing, so keep going. Then we have another party. So I communicated with this other party that, I would like to report the cyber stalking and harassment. That's a crime, and people are finding me here, finding me in different environments, and it puts my safety at risk. So the party says that since you think I'm stalking you, I won't text you again. And then I'm trying to communicate with that party. She misunderstood me, but people repeatedly do this year after year. Another example is someone that I've been on countless trips with. I went to visit, had family experiences. It's an in-law, like an in-law person that was an in-law. So nonetheless, we did all kind of different things. I was close with that party's children. They came over my house and all kind of different things. And then she says that I'm not talking to you. You tried to talk to my husband 15 years ago. I said, what are you talking about? We've been together countless times. So I haven't talked to her since. She's demanding and forgetting that, but I think someone coerced her to do this when I didn't even realize I was targeted. Another party lied and said that's completely against my character. I don't like dating married men or men that have girlfriends. Another party, an in-law, stated that I tried to talk to her man. That was a blatant lie, and it was really a strategy, and she went around telling everybody, and that got me ostracized in the family. And then another family I got ostracized for blatant lies. That was on my stepdad's side, which was like at my actual father. So her blatant lies was a strategy to get me ostracized and isolated from my dad's side. On my mother's side, it was blatant lies to get me ostracized and isolated from my mother's side. Then they had to knock out my sister and my kids. Not even realizing I'm targeted, but I didn't understand why people were pathologically lying on me. All of this boils down to, which is why I needed to take up the time out, this is psychological abuse and torment. For people to strategize and prearrange an argument and make it known full-blown, that it's impossible for me to be a peacemaker because it was prearranged before they even contacted me. That's abuse, and it has to be abusive for these people to be forced to treat me like this. All of it boils down to there seems to be one mastermind that's manipulating all these people, and I think it's a threat to not only my safety as well as their safety as well-being as well. A lot of people that have been involved in this have taken on and had addictions. I'm not saying that my children, I don't know what they're doing now, but it's painful. If someone even said before I realized that I was targeted, that it did hurt. I didn't realize what they were saying because, your thought process, you don't think it doesn't make sense. But they said it's hurt, it's painful to have to treat someone like this, like this. I'm like, what do you mean? And my son crying and people crying violating me? Then no one's being honest with me and telling me what's going on. This is really peculiar. And then I can't get law enforcement to figure it out. Why are you crying, arguing with me? Then the one person said that yes, that party's involved, and she got put out of her own house. These strange people that did the same thing. They strategized avenues to argue with me, and the ways that they did it were really peculiar. And I can't even communicate some of them. Nonetheless, this is what this is about: psychological abuse, and I wish someone would do law enforcement to get down to the bottom of it. I've had friendships do this too. Just out of nowhere, they act like they're cracking up and then blame me for things that I didn't do.